If you've been through too much, I need you to listen very carefully to this, because what I'm about to say might be the first time someone tells you the truth about what you're carrying. The things that almost broke you didn't just hurt you, they changed you in a way most people will never understand. You've probably wondered this quietly late at night. Why does everything feel heavier for me? Why do I see things others don't? Why do I feel older than my age, even when I'm smiling? And here's the surprising promise I want to make to you right now. If you've gone through too much, you didn't come out weaker. You came out with a rare kind of strength that most people will never develop, even if they live twice as long as you. Psychologists have found something fascinating about people who experience repeated emotional stress, loss, or hardship early in life. It doesn't just shape their personality, it rewires their nervous system. Neuroscience explains this as adaptation under pressure. Your brain learned how to survive before it learned how to relax, and that changes everything. So let's talk about the strengths you carry. The ones no one ever taught you to recognize. The ones you might actually be ashamed of, but shouldn't be. And there's a twist coming later that most people never realize about this kind of strength. So stay with me. First, you have an almost frightening level of emotional awareness. You don't just feel emotions, you read them. You notice shifts in tone, energy, silence. You can walk into a room and instantly sense if something is off, and you probably thought this meant you were too sensitive. But research from the University of California found that people who grew up navigating emotional unpredictability develop heightened emotional intelligence as a survival skill. You had to read the room to stay safe. You learned to anticipate moods before they exploded. And now, you see through masks effortlessly. You notice what others miss. You understand people deeply, even when they don't understand themselves. Second, you are incredibly self-reliant. But not in the loud, bragging way. You don't announce it, you just handle things. When life falls apart, people might panic, but you go quiet, focused, grounded. Because chaos isn't new to you. Studies on trauma resilience show that individuals who've endured prolonged stress often develop what psychologists call adaptive independence. You learned early that help might not come, so you became your own anchor. And yes, that can feel lonely, but it also means you don't collapse when things get hard. You endure, you adjust, you keep going. Third, your empathy is on another level. And I don't mean surface-level kindness. I mean the kind of empathy that feels heavy sometimes. You don't just hear pain, you recognize it. You sit with people in their darkest moments without flinching. You don't rush them, you don't judge them. Why? Because you've been there. Research published in 2019 on post-traumatic growth found that individuals who survive deep emotional pain often develop stronger compassion and pro-social behavior. You know what it's like to feel unseen, so you make sure others never feel that way around you. Fourth, you have a quiet courage most people mistake for calm. You face things that should have broken you, and you're still here. That doesn't make you fearless. It makes you brave. There's a difference. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's learning how to walk forward while carrying it. Neuroscientists have observed that people exposed to long-term stress often develop stronger prefrontal control over fear responses. In simple terms, you've learned how to function even when your heart is shaking. That's rare. Fifth, you don't need constant validation. And this one surprises people. Because you might doubt yourself internally, but externally, you don't chase approval the way others do. You've already survived rejection, abandonment, disappointment. You know you'll survive disapproval too. Psychologists call this internalized resilience. You don't need applause to keep going. You keep going because you always have. Now, here's where I need you to pause with me for a second. Because this is the twist most people never talk about. The very traits that make you strong are the same traits that once kept you alive. Your overthinking? It was vigilance. Your emotional depth? It was awareness. Your independence? It was necessity. Your empathy? It was connection when you had nothing else. But here's the part no one warned you about. Survival skills don't automatically turn off when the danger is gone. So you might still feel tense in calm moments. You might struggle to rest without guilt. You might feel uncomfortable when things are too good. And you might wonder, what's wrong with me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, studies on trauma-informed psychology emphasize this exact point. The brain doesn't know the difference between past danger and present safety until it's gently retrained. Your strength wasn't meant to disappear. It was meant to evolve.